actively, whether you sit within NASA, you sit within Jacobs or elsewhere, to shape our own future in response to this emerging threat or emerging opportunity, depending on how you look at it. What I would caution you, however, is that our moment for self-determination is very brief. Because as you all are sitting here today engaging in this conversation, so too are our competitors. And they're all trying to get their arms around the same challenge set. So as you listen to this, as you think about digital disruption and what it means to you and your business, again, whether that's a commercial business or a federal business, ask yourself these questions. What will disruption in my industry look like? And who will be leading that disruption? Is it the competitor I know about today, or is it somebody I've never even conceived of emerging tomorrow? What technologies and capabilities will I need not only to be relevant, but to stay competitive? How do I build those capabilities? How do I grow them? So how do you stay ahead, let alone stay relevant? Now, the space industry is changing as well. And you all can fact check me here because you probably know this far better than I do. But over 80 countries currently have satellites or a presence in space. I found that number surprising. Over $16 billion have been invested in space startups since the year 2000, and 16 global billionaires have material investments in those startup organizations. The current value of the space market from a commercial perspective is about $339 billion. The estimated value is expected to balloon to $2.7 trillion by the year 2045. This one I found particularly interesting, that if you combine the entire value of the Mars-Jupiter asteroid belt, it's $100 billion per person, about $700 quintillion in value. So think back to some of the market dynamics slides I shared earlier. If you don't think that this economic opportunity is big enough to attract the kind of disruption that we're seeing in other markets, you need to think again. Because it's already here. These are probably logos you all know. Blue Origin, working on reusable space technology. SpaceX, currently responsible for 60% of all global commercial launches. ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, successfully developed, manufactured, and launched a probe to Mars on its first attempt at a cost far below traditional costs. And Planetary Resources, the asteroid mining company, seeks to exploit that $700 quintillion resource base floating around in space. So disruption is here, whether we're ready for it or not. It's here regardless of which industry you currently operate within. So it's these forces that precipitated the development of a strategy within